When you think about Alberta and British Columbia for tourism, most people think of Banff, Jasper, Kelowna, Victoria, and Vancouver. Well, take a ride with me while we drive through Alberta and British Columbia, and I'll show you some small town hidden gems that are overlooked, but not any less beautiful. As you drive through Alberta during the early summer months, you will notice fields of yellow flowers, which are primarily canola fields. This is a common crop grown for its oil. Canola oil is known for its low saturated fat content, making it a heart-healthy choice for cooking. So one of these small town gems you should check out is the town of Frank. It is known for the deadliest rock slide in Canada. In the early morning of April 19, 1903, 82 million tons of limestone crashed into the community of Frank, killing more than 70 people. The town, however, has much more to offer than a landslide and a history lesson, but I'll let you learn about that on your next trip through Alberta. Another great spot that is sometimes overlooked is the city of Nelson. So what makes Nelson a great location to stop and visit? Well, for one, it's known for its well-preserved heritage buildings. Nelson boasts a high concentration of restored heritage buildings, particularly in its downtown core, earning it the nickname the Heritage City. Another reason, it's known for its arts and cultural hub. Nelson is recognized as a top artist destination with a thriving community of artists, artisans, and galleries. If you're into outdoor recreation, you came to the right spot. The city is a gateway to numerous outdoor activities, including hiking, biking, skiing, water sports, and nearby hot springs you can explore. Another great site to check out is the small village of Kalso, but don't let its small presence push you away, as it's packed full of not one, but two National Historic Sites. Even though it's an hour away from Nelson, views like this make it worth the trip. Even if you're passing through Kalso, you need to check out the world's oldest intact sternwheeler, a National Historic Site that's docked on Front Street. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's explore this sternwheeler, the SS Moye. The SS Moye was built in 1898, and its intended purpose was to transport miners to the Klondike Gold Rush. But after the initial purpose was completed, the Canadian Pacific Railway used it to ferry passengers and freight across the Kootenay Lake in British Columbia. The SS Moye was designed for continuous regular service and could run its full 87-mile route in a single journey. Steamboats typically refueled with wood or coal at various points along the routes, allowing them to run for extended periods, essentially for days or even weeks on continuous operation with brief stops for fuel and passengers. The Moye soon became a favorite with the travelers, featuring a large and elegantly appointed dining saloon, a luxurious smoking lounge, private ladies' saloon, and a comfortable overnight cabins, all richly decorated in gold leaf. As the Moye was the major vessel on the Kootenay Lake, she was dubbed the Crow Boat and was the queen of the lake during the boom years of the 1900s, when the population of the Kootenays was expanding and there was an increased demand for passengers and freight services. The sternwheeler was operated for 59 years, from its launch in 1898 until its retirement in 1957. It holds the record for the longest service of any sternwheeler in Canada and is the world's largest intact passenger sternwheeler. The second historical site in Kalso is the City Hall, which was also constructed in 1898. This is the oldest remaining town hall on the BC mainland and is a major heritage landmark in their community. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to tour the City Hall. Our next stop is another hidden gem town. This once was a town, booming of 5,000 people in 1897, but is now a mere ghost town. This ghost town is Sandon, British Columbia. In 1891, silver lead ore was discovered, making Sandon BC's richest mining town. After 8 years of mining, the town had over 5,000 people, 29 hotels, 28 saloons, and a large red light district. But the town is also known for the modern amenities, being the first in British Columbia to be fully electrified, and has the oldest hydropower plant in Western Canada that is still operating to this day.
It's a Fairbanks Morse engine built in Quebec, so it's a Canadian engine, which is really cool. The reason the roof is so high and the reason the trusses are so massive is they actually used to lift the pistons right out of the top of the engine to do repairs. Miner's hat, so that's an Edison battery. Again, that's your first rechargeable battery, well over 100 years old. That will last for 12 hours. Your shift in the mine was about 10. But think if you got that hanging on your belt all day.
Yeah,
pretty.
That would get.
Yeah, it's got some weight to it.
Yes,
Yeah. So not only are they numbered specifically so you know what battery you're taking, but if you're number 3 and you're number 6, and you and I want to go for beers after work, but number 6 is missing, we know it's him and we know where to go look for. On the creek. So the creek is this natural flow. We take a small amount of that creek and divert it to that piping, that high density polyethylene piping. This is 610 feet up the mountain. So that small amount of water coming into that pipe, 610 feet of elevation drop, creates 240 pounds of pressure on that Pelton wheel, which turns it and creates 220 kilowatts of power. Put together. If you look at the floor, you can see the difference in foundation. When they did the restoration, this kept running. They left the foundation in the floor alone, and they did the restoration around it.
So how long has this continued been running for?
128 years.
128 years.
28 years of continuous operation. It's the longest continuously operating plant in all of Canada. It is in the World Hydro History Hall of Fame.
But when the silver ran out, so did the town's luck. It was quickly abandoned, and in 1955 a flash flood demolished many of its buildings. A group of transit enthusiasts and the caretaker of Sandon, Hale Wright, stepped in to save a dozen of the last remaining buses that were headed for the scrap metal. These buses were a part of the public transit system in Vancouver and some from Calgary for approximately 40 years, from the 1940s to the 1980s. They were known as the Brill Trolley buses. Another small landmark to check out, well, I guess I shouldn't call it small. It is the T-Rex Titan dump truck in Sparwood, BC. This giant mining truck once was the largest in the world and now serves as a roadside tourist attraction. This massive dump truck is 66 feet long, 65 feet wide, and could carry up to 350 tons of material. How much horsepower, you say? 3,300 big horses that run this big machine. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and maybe learned a little something. Well, till next time.